American growers in their 50s and 60s are misdiagnosing yellow leaves this season on 6 houseplants worth saving. Not because you did something wrong, because nobody ever showed you the real cause chain behind it. For plant number 1, drop your state right now because your USDA zone completely changes which of these performs best for you. Find yours and pay attention. And the one at number 4, kept quiet since before most American growers knew what to look for. This changes everything. Plant number 1, peace lily. American growers this season spend up to $45 replacing a plant that only needed a root check, mistaking silent root rot for simple thirst. Picture the dark green leaves drooping first, then turning a soft uniform yellow from the base upward, while the soil beneath stays deceptively damp to the touch. A sign most growers read completely backwards. Zones 10 through 12, bright indirect light. Well, draining soil, done. University extension guides consistently confirm yellowing before wilting signals root suffocation, not thirst. The giveaway is texture. Healthy roots stay firm and pale, while rotted roots turn dark, mushy, and foul, smelling very fast. A $12 root check now beats the $45 replacement cost of a plant that is still worth saving. The most common mistake growers make is adding more water the moment leaves yellow, drowning roots already suffocating. That single habit alone turns a $12 fix into a $45 loss within just 2 or 3 weeks. Cut the water, correct the root, and peace lily recovers in about 2 weeks flat. But plant number 2 yellows for the exact opposite reason, and growers who apply this same root fix make it dramatically worse within days. Drop your state below so I know your zone before we get there. And somewhere in this video is the story of a retiree in Texas who was ready to throw out a plant she thought was beyond saving. That story is coming. Keep watching. Plant number 2, bird of paradise. This one yellows from too little water and too much direct sun. And growers who cut back watering like they did for peace lily can push a $90 specimen into full leaf drop within a week. Picture the same yellow edges climbing upward, except the soil beneath is bone dry and cracked rather than damp. The opposite tell entirely. Zones 10 through 12, bright indirect light, deep infrequent watering, done. University extension guides list dry edge, yellowing as a classic drought stress signal on this species, distinct from root rot's soft dark tissue. The fix is deep infrequent watering that soaks the full root zone, not the frequent shallow sips most growers default to. A $90 bird of paradise recovers fully within 3 to 4 weeks once watering depth corrects. The most common mistake is copying the previous plant's fix and reducing water further, accelerating the exact stress causing the yellowing. That single misread habit turns a free fix into a $90 replacement by next season. Correct the watering depth, and bird of paradise fully rebounds by week 4. But plant number 3 yellows from a cause almost no grower checks for first. A single wound most people walk right past. Have you ever grown this one indoors year round? Drop it below. Plant number 3, rubber plant. A single bumped stem or snapped leaf can quietly cost growers a $60 specimen when the localized yellow ring gets diagnosed as disease instead of physical injury. Picture one isolated leaf circled in yellow near a small wound while every other leaf stays a deep waxy green, a pattern that has nothing to do with soil at all. Zones 10 through 11, bright indirect light, stable handling, done. University extension diagnostic guides confirm isolated yellow rings near physical damage almost always trace back to injury, not fungal disease. The single wounded leaf typically drops on its own within 2 to 3 weeks, while the rest of the plant stays completely unaffected. Treating a $60 rubber plant for disease, it does not have wastes both money and the plant's energy reserves. The most common mistake is spraying fungicide across the entire plant the moment one yellow ring appears. That single overreaction can stress a perfectly healthy $60 plant into genuine decline. Leave the wounded leaf alone, and rubber plant simply drops it on its own, moving forward within about 3 weeks with zero lasting damage. Did you believe every yellow leaf meant disease before this list? Be completely honest in the comments below. Coming up next is that story I promised you at the very start of this video. Earlier at the start of this video, I mentioned a retiree in Texas who thought her plant was beyond saving. This is that story. In her Zone 9 backyard, she was pouring on water for a yellowing snake plant that university extension guides confirm actually needed the opposite. And the moment she stopped watering and let the soil dry fully, new growth returned within 11 days. She saved a $35 snake plant with nothing but patience and a completely dry pot, avoiding a replacement she had already assumed was necessary after weeks of quiet worry. If you are still watching, this next plant is exactly why I made this video, not for the algorithm, but for the grower who stayed until now. And what comes next surprised even me the very first time I diagnosed it myself. Plant number 4, Calathea. Growers lose a $40 Calathea to crispy yellow edges every season, blaming low humidity when tap water minerals are the real cause chain. Nobody checks first. Picture those signature patterned leaves curling inward with a crusty yellow-brown edge, while a faint white mineral crust builds along the tip. A detailed dry air alone never produces. Zones 10 through 12, bright indirect light. Filtered water, only done. University Extension houseplant guides confirm mineral buildup from tap water, not dry air, causes most Calathea leaf, tip browning and yellowing. Switching to filtered or distilled water alone resolves new growth within about 3 to 4 weeks. A $40 Calathea saved this way costs nothing beyond a water pitcher already sitting in most kitchens. The most common mistake is buying a humidifier while continuing to water straight from the tap. That single misdiagnosis wastes $60 or more on equipment that never addresses the real cause. Switch the water source and Calathea's new leaves grow in completely clean within a single month, with zero crusting along the edges ever again. But plant number 5 yellows for a reason. So simple most growers flatly refuse to believe it is the actual cause sitting right in front of them. And we have not even reached number 6 yet. Plant number 5, Pothos. Growers panic. Treat a single yellow leaf on a $25 Pothos with fertilizer and light changes, when one lower leaf yellowing alone is simply natural aging. Not a problem at all. Picture one older leaf near the base turning solid yellow, while every newer leaf along the vine stays a rich, unbroken green, the clearest sign this is normal turnover. Zones 10 through 12, low to bright, indirect light, occasional water, done. University Extension care guides confirm one lower leaf yellowing on Pothos is standard natural shedding as the vine redirects energy toward new growth. The correct response is simply removing that single leaf and continuing the exact same care routine already in place. A $25 Pothos needs zero intervention here, saving both money and unnecessary stress on a perfectly healthy plant. The most common mistake is adding fertilizer or changing light conditions the moment any yellow appears at all. That reaction alone can trigger real nutrient burn on a vine that was never sick to begin with. Remove that one leaf, and Pothos needs absolutely nothing else, because the vine was genuinely never sick to begin with in the first place. But plant number 6 is the one most growers get completely backwards, and it closes out this entire diagnosis list. What plant in your home has defeated everything you have tried so far? Tell me below. Plant number 6, snake plant. Growers write off a $35 snake plant as simply aging when soft yellow-brown tissue right at the soil line actually signals base rot from a single overwatering event weeks earlier. Picture 1. Leaf turning mushy and yellow, exactly where it meets the soil, while every other blade stays firm and upright. A pattern natural aging never produces this fast. Zones 9 through 11, bright to low light, infrequent deep watering, done. University Extension diagnostic guides confirm base yellowing paired with soft mushy tissue signals rot, while natural aging always starts at the leaf tip instead. Removing the single affected leaf and pausing water for 3 full weeks typically stops the spread completely. A $35 snake plant survives this way in most cases, since the rot rarely reaches the entire rhizome system at once. The most common mistake is watering on a fixed schedule, regardless of how dry the soil actually is. That single habit is exactly what caused this base rot in the first place. Remove the leaf, pause the water completely, and snake plant stabilizes within 3 weeks in the overwhelming majority of cases, like this one. 6 plants. 6 completely different causes, and every single one gets misdiagnosed the exact same predictable way by growers every season. 3 more commonly misread yellow leaf mistakes are coming up right now. 3 things about yellow leaves that almost no source puts in one place. Cold drafts near a window can trigger sudden yellow patches within just 48 hours, costing growers a $30 to $60 plant they wrongly blame on disease instead of a simple draft that was fixable in seconds. Repotting shock alone causes temporary yellowing that fully resolves within 2 weeks with zero action needed from the grower at all, according to University Extension recovery guidance. Over-fertilizing causes yellow blotching that closely mimics nutrient deficiency, pushing growers to add even more fertilizer and compound the damage on a plant already worth $25 to $90 in most nurseries. Correctly diagnosed early, instead, every single plant on this list avoids becoming part of the $150 or more in replacement losses growers face each season from these exact same simple misreads. Here is exactly where to begin, based on your zone right now. Here is exactly where to begin. Zone to plants to dollar. Zones 3 through 7 growers start indoors only, since none of these 6 species survive outdoor winters that far north, and pairing Pothos with snake plant together totals under $45, needing nothing more than one bright window and a stable spot kept well away from any cold drafts near the glass throughout the entire winter season. Zones 8 through 9 growers can start outdoors immediately with Bird of Paradise and rubber plant together, totaling around $120, both thriving in large containers on a patio right now without any delay at all. Miss this window and your first real result waits a full year, since these 2 need this season's remaining warmth to establish strong roots before any real cold arrives later this winter. You just received zone-accurate, dollar-grounded, research-based diagnosis information that most channels never manage to put together in one single place like this. If this video gave you even one yellow leaf because you had never considered before today, hit like right now before you keep watching. Drop your state and your exact growing zone below, and tell me honestly which plant on this entire list you are starting with first this season. Subscribe to PlantERLab, 50 years of hands in soil plant knowledge delivered every single week for the grower who actually wants to know the truth behind every leaf.